Hi everybody, it's Winston. Welcome to PerfecPress HTV Live, our weekly live show where we show you what you want to see. This week's episode is a suggestion from a customer who wanted a really good showing of how to do inkjet print cut with the FlexiSign or Graphtec Studio Pro software and Graphtec. So this is for if you have a Graphtec cutter. All this sort of information will be really great to know. Even if you don't, and you're just watching along, you might have a Cricut or Cameo and maybe thinking about getting Graphtec, or even are not. You're thinking about another larger size cutter. A lot of what we're going to go over today applies on a lot of different cut software. So a lot of what we're going to show today you can take and use in other situations just as well. So getting started, we have the software we're using is Graphtec Pro Studio we're going to start with today. We might go into doing some more in-depth stuff later, but let's just start with Pro Studio. And we're going to start with doing an Easter shirt design and just go from there. So are you guys being able to see my screen today? Not yet? Oh, it's the red one called Atna or whatever. I'll be right back, y'all. Sorry. Adam. I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. The sharing thing wasn't turned on, but she should be what we're going to be doing. All right, so for starting off, we have Graphtec Pro Studio on, and today's paper I'm going to be playing with, and this isn't the only paper you can use. You can use this for so many different kind of print medias, but today we're going to be messing with the Nina Inkjet Soft Pro SS. Jet Pro SS. It's the white garment Nina paper. We've done a video on how to put on shirts and stuff before, but today is more about the actual setting up the file and printing onto it and getting it to cut properly, but we will be showing how to put this on the shirt at the end today. So we're going to load our printer. Today's printer is the Epson Xp 1500. This is an inkjet printer. The cool thing about this printer is that it is more than just a standard CMYK. It also has a gray and red. So it's able to do really vibrant photographic style prints really well. My only complaint about this printer, the ink doesn't last the longest on it. It kind of eats through ink. But for the money, you can get these about 300 bucks. Sometimes even around like 250 on sale. And they're killer printers. I think they're really good. A lot of people like to use the Workforce 7620 and models like that. Those are fine, but those almost lean more into the office side of printers. And while they're easy to mod, and a lot of folks in this industry end up modding them for sublimation, they're not the highest quality printers in the world. This prints much better quality for the same cost range, and it looks better. And it can go up to 13 by 19, so that's pretty cool. And personally, I find inkjet prints more versatile than sublimation prints. But anyways, that's not the point of today's video. Let's go into this program. Let's do Graphtec Pro Studio. So first thing I did in here is I made sure my work area is just showing that we're going to do a tabloid size, 11 by 17, because that's the paper we're working with. So this little square in our workspace is going to be just showing exactly the same size of the paper. Makes it easier to visualize things. You don't technically have to do that, but it does make things easier to visualize. The second thing we're going to do, I have a PNG file of an Easter bunny. I'm going to pull that PNG in. Look at our cute little Easter bunny. Pretty cute. A PNG file is a file without a background. So say I wanted to get this file or a file like this from Google. Let's start from square zero. So I'm going to get rid of him. I'm going to go to Google. So let me open up my Google Chrome. And I'm going to type in Easter bunny. Let's see what pops up. So there's one very similar to the one we're messing with. He's at a decent size. So let's take this Easter Bunny. So I'm going to right click on him and I'm going to do copy image. Then we're going to go back to our program. I'm going to right click as paste image and paste into my workspace. So now we got a really nice looking Easter Bunny right here, but he has this whitish gray background around him. So it's a square image with a white gray background. And the way you can tell in this program here, Graphtec Studio Pro, that it is a square image is that when you select the image, a red outline will come across the borders of the image. And as you can see, this one is square. Any questions or anything yet? Do we have viewers? Hi, everybody. So after you've imported the image and it's just a simple copy and paste, you're going to then go to up on the top and click Bitmap. In your Bitmap menu, you have a few tools. You have your Bitmap edit toolbar, which allows you to kind of manipulate your bitmap and is like a basic image tool. But the one we're going to mess with right here is the Make Transparent tool right now. So the Make Transparent tool has a tolerance selection that comes over here. The higher this goes, the stricter it is, the lower it goes, the looser it is. I find I like to start at 24, but I have some key numbers I like to play around with. Those are 24, 18, and 12. So as an example of those, this is what a 24 will do. Notice it selects everything. Now let's try an 18. Probably going to select everything the same. We're going to do a 12. 12. This image is an easy one to select. So. But as an example, though, it basically, say if the outline or there's stuff in the background where there's lightly there, maybe it has watermarks. If you mess with that tolerance, it can usually ignore those watermarks, and then you can steal an image really easily. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to put this at 18. That should get it nice and crisp on the edges there.
I didn't know today we were going to teach people how to steal images.
You know, you never know. You tune in and you know, you learn digital theft. It's fun. So now, once you blow out your background, then you're going to, what I like to do personally, you don't have to, but I like to add a second outline to kind of bolden things and make it so my cut, when I send it to cut, has a little bit of a bleed. Not all images call for that, but for an image like this, I think it'll improve the overall look of it if I added a slight black outline. So the way you do that in Graphtec Studio Pro, you're going to select your image, and now you're going to go to Effects, Outline. And now the outline is going to show you what is going to come around your design. I don't want a very big one, so a 1/10 of an inch is probably just perfect for this. And you can change your color right here, but I want it black, so we're going to hit black. All right. So that is something I don't care for down here. See where to put this spacing here? I don't overly love the look of that.
Does that just have to do with the bitmap that you had selected?
Yeah, that has to do with the bitmap I selected. Are they able to hear you, Sarah? Is your mute on?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so that comes with that bitmap when we originally were tracing it. So we can probably do some step back, walk back a little bit, and do our make transparent and do the tolerance higher. And that might knock that out. Let's give that a try. And I didn't notice it at first, but sometimes when you add those outlines, other things become a lot more noticeable. And it could be in the image itself where I might not be able to knock it out easily. I want to hit back again. Make transparent.
So is the tolerance essentially just like the outline of the image that you're trying to cut? Or like how close you can get it to like your cut
Yeah, it's
marks
how close it will get into the lines and nooks and crannies.
Right.
It's basically saying the less tolerance that you give it, the more it's like loose with it, where it will kind of ignore things, and the higher that goes, it'll be more strict with it.
Right, okay.
Let's get real loose. See, it's like right down on this edge. Back. still there. And that could be just in the image. That's something that you could go into the Bitmap editor and mess with. So example of that would be, we'll go Effect, Bitmap Edit Tool. Click on your bitmap. Oops. Don't need you right now. Why did not let me edit the bitmap?
It's selected, right? Yeah.
Well, today it doesn't want me to edit that bitmap. Anyways, once you have the image though looking the way you want, there's all sorts of ways you can manipulate the image and keep on editing them. You can pull it into Photoshop if you wanted to as well. Go real in depth if you really want to change them up, and maybe at the end of the video we'll show how crazy we can really get this. But say you like how this looks. This is what you're going to do next. You're going to select your guy and you're going to go to Effects, Contour Cut Mark. Because we have that black outline, I like to pull it in 0.0 of 1 inch within. And then you can select holes. What that means is if there's holes in your design, like he has a space in between his arms or something, it'll cut that out. If you don't select holes, it'll do the whole thing as just one solid piece. With this design, one whole solid piece would probably work best. And then you have your color of your contour cut mark. I like to set it as a color that's easy to see. I don't like to do black or gray or anything because sometimes they blend in, it's hard to see. I like to do it something that's opposing my stuff, so I usually like a bright red or a bright green. So I have red selected, so we're going to hit the check mark, and that's putting now the contour cut mark on that. And if I move it around, it'll show the outline and the contour cut there. Are y'all able to see that?
Yep.
Cool. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go Effects, Contour Cut Mark. So there's a bunch of different contour cut marks you can use for your design. Personally, I've tried them all. I find the Graphtec 4-point Type 2 works the best. All of them work well, but for some reason to me, for this kind of printing, Graphtec 4-point Type 2 works best for this style printing. Now if you're doing larger stuff and you're doing large format printing, that might change a bit, but personally, Graphtec 4-point Type 2 I find is the best overall one. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Options. Right here is the spacing of the outlines or the registration marks. I keep that zeroed out. Same with here, you want these 1 to 1. And this will either be 0'd out or it'll be 0.4. To be honest, no one's ever explained to me why it has a 0.4 there. And even if you make it 0, sometimes it turns back to 0.4. I don't know why. I wish I had a good answer for y'all. But the important thing is I like to go into this options menu where it says margin, and I like to make that 0.285. A lot of times it will default at 0.985, which is way too big. Example, it'll be all the way out here, and that eats up like a good solid inch or more. So I like to bring in that margin at least to 0.285 or even smaller, 1.85, and see that brings it right in. One thing I will say, especially with the Graphtec, when you print onto a paper like this kind of paper, if your registration mark is too close near the edge, it won't read. I usually find it needs to be almost a full inch from the edge to properly read. Once you have it the way you like, you're going to hit the green check mark, and that's going to put the registration mark down, and then you can send it to print. So we're going to go File, Print. Now, a very important thing is when you're sending it to print, so you don't want the sizing in anywhere to change at all. So right now in our print settings, we have it set up 11 by 17, yeah. Our Epson printer set up, that's good. So right now we're in the scale. You do not want it ever to say fit border to paper or fit drawing to paper. You want the scale to always be set to 100%. If it's 99 or 102%, or even 75%, it won't work because it's going to think that it's the same size that you set up originally, and now the printer has enlarged it. So you want to make sure your scaling stays the same. That's so important. That's where a lot of people have a lot of issues with this, where they're not watching out for the scale, and it ends up making everything off size. So we're going to hit OK. Our Epson should start printing. I believe in you.
So as this is printing, I do have a question.
Yes, Sarah.
So that Graphtec like 4 type, the selection that you make. What is the significance of that? What
So
is that
that's the
necessarily?
registration marks themselves.
Right.
So example, well, they have, if you can see, they have different ones. I don't know if you guys can see very well because it's pretty small even on my screen. Let's see if I can zoom in at all. Nope, that did not help. So
Whoops.
it's zoomed in everything else. But it's different shapes registration marks. The 4 points is for every corner.
Yeah.
But there's some that only need 3 points.
Oh, I see.
And honestly, I don't know why you'd want a 3-point one.
Yeah,
I can
that
just
doesn't-
imagine maybe for bigger designs, or if some reason you have a section that gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
But from trying them all, the 4-point works the best by a good
Right.
margin and accuracy. Now, if you're doing something with a real deep bleed, maybe you're fine with that. Yeah, it's a little tricky. Anyways, so our thingy printed. Look how cute our Booster Bunny is. So we're going to stick them in the Graphtec, y'all. Woo! Hi, Graphtec. So for cutting this paper, I have my Graphtec set to a force of 10. Speed of 40. It should cut just fine. So we're going to stick it in this paper just directly in. No need for a cut mat or anything like that. Technically, Graphtecs do have cut mats available, but almost no one uses them, and it doesn't. I don't like it with a cut mat. It works just fine with it. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to take your print head, and you're going to place it within that registration mark. Can we get a zoom in on this?
Sure.
So you're going to use the arrows of your Graphtec and place that print head exactly within those registration marks, kind of inside of it. Y'all see that?
Oh, there we go.
Once it's there, you can leave your Graphtec alone and come back to your cut program, your Graphtec Studio Pro, and you can send it to cut. When you send it to cut, you want to send it under the one with the red little line on it, and that is the cut contour. Now, a few things you want to make sure. Job size is still 100%. Usually it's grayed out, so you can't mess that up. And then you want to make sure this F down here, that's your mirror tool, it is in the proper direction. Once you have it right, hit send, then score. Excuse me, y'all. After you hit send, it's going to pop up this little thing here that is basically telling you to place your cut head within the registration mark. You're going to hit OK. And it is going to read your registration marks right now.
Let me focus that.
And now it's cutting around our bunny. So it cut our bunny. Now because I did it at a force of 10, it should be just enough where I can kind of rip him out. Like so. Now what if you wanted to do though something where it like truly popped out? There is a way to set that up. So I'm going to show you guys on the next one how to do that. So this, because we had a force of 10, it's just enough where it is able to kind of tear and pull out easily. But we can do a perforated cut on these and make it so it's basically just a simple flick out, where you kind of can flick it and it'll pop out. So there's our bunny. Let's do another one, y'all. I'm going to grab another piece of paper, place it in our Epson.
Say hey to our IT guy, Aaron, and Robert, who are both trolling us in the chat right now.
Thank you, Aaron and Robert. Are they being mean to us?
No, no.
All right, so we're going to delete that out, and we're going to pull in that Easter bunny that we had made earlier, this one here. We're going to do that same thing that we did before. We're going to go to Effect, Contour Cut. I put a square around this Easter bunny.
This Easter bunny is also a bit more creepy than the first one we did.
You find this one creepy?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Why is it creepy?
The eye is kind of scary.
It's the Easter bunny. Good boy.
Did you say it's the Easter mane?
It's the Easter bunny. Easter bunny. That's not the PNG, that's why. Okay, sorry y'all. Here's our Easter bunny. What a cute guy. Now we're going to do Effects, Contour Cut, and we're going to look at that contour cut line. But you know what? I like that bold outline we did on that last one, so let's do that again. Outline. Ooh, nice. Now Effect, Contour Cut. Here's what we're going to change this time with the contour cut. We have contour, rectangle, and ellipse as options. For contour cut, you're always pretty much going to want to do contour though. But then you have your stroke style. So you have these other options of strokes. Normally you want that solid line cut, but this time we're going to do a perforated one. So I'm going to do the mini perf right here. Still with that 0.10, I want to hit OK. And then I'm going to add even a second one. Effect, Contour Cut. This time a second color, lime green, and I'm going to do this one as a wider perf. All right, y'all. So now I'm going to do Effect, Contour Cut, Mark. The mark's already nice and close, like I like it. I'm going to hit OK. Now we have 11 by 17 paper in here, and look how much space this leaves us in that 11 by 17 workspace. Before we send it to print, we can resize him. So I'm going to resize him to be, let's see, let's do 8.
Robert says he would be fine with this bunny on a onesie.
A 13.
You're in luck, Robert. We just got onesies in. Or excuse me, baby suits.
Baby suits. Baby suits. That's an inside joke that none of you will get. All right, y'all. So I'm going to send our bunny to print. Bunnies, bunnies, Easter, Easter bunny. Boom, boom. So what the point of putting two different perforated cuts on it, it should make it very easy where we can just flick it and it'll pop right on out.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to help with it detaching from the paper.
Yeah, and this is more of a technique you'd use on sticker paper more so. But it works on this real well. So here's another Easter bunny.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah, he's real big.
I was not expecting that.
He's a bold bunny. No more onesies, this is for the toddlers.
Those big babies.
Yeah, you're men. So I'm loading in. I had to adjust it. I wanted the controllers right at the edge there. Again, you're going to move the print head or the cut head right into those brackets. Once it's within those brackets, y'all, you're going to go to your program, and you're going to send it to cut. But now you have both these options. So in your when you send it, you have the option to send the red or the green independently, or both at the same time. We're going to send both at the same time. So we're going to hit send, y'all. Let's hope this doesn't overcut it. So it's reading the registration mark. Getting all with our bunny. You know, I don't think it's properly cutting it. I think it read those registration marks wrong.
Do you think because of the colors you chose?
We'll have to re-examine this file, because watching it cut, it did not cut it properly, y'all.
I mean, this is why people love watching us, you know?
Yeah, for our inaccuracy. Oh. Okay, so that didn't work. Yeah, it's always when I'm doing it in front of people, things mess up.
Hey, at least we're getting better at rolling with the punches.
Yeah.
So
yeah, some reason it didn't read the registration properly, and that's probably because I had it too close to the edge. So what we're going to do, we're going to shrink it just a little bit. I kind of pushed it a little bit too big, and then we're going to try it one more time, y'all. So let's go back. Going to hit done. Let's resize our button. You know, let's remove all the contours. Clear contour cut. Clear contour cut. And that's all right clicking. You can remove all that from a right click. And we're going to size him down a bit. So let's make him 7 inches.
No toddler bunny.
Just smaller toddler bunny. Weird. Now we're going to go to Effects, Contour Cut. Let's do the perf cut. But you know what? Let's do even a perfier perf cut. Let's do this one.
Aaron is suggesting that we print a angry Easter bunny.
An angry Easter bunny, but Aaron's the angry Easter bunny.
We all know.
I don't even want to Google angry Easter bunny. I feel like that's going to pull something I don't need to.
I mean, he has a file here in the chat. I just don't know how to get that over to your computer.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't help. All right, so we're again going to send him to print. Make sure that it says scales 100. We did him a little smaller, so hopefully he's not, gives the registration marks more space to read. Only thing I think that could have maybe happened was down here. It picked up that black and it confused it a little bit. That's what I'm guessing happened, because that's where it got really far off.
Yeah, I mean, like, tear it out. I want to see, like, how bad the cut is. I want to see how bad it is.
You know what? I didn't care for this perf setting I used either. Ah! Yeah, this perf was too wide. Oh, you know, it'd help if I actually put material in the printer. Jeez, man.
Whoops.
I'm running on full cylinders today, guys.
That's that McDonald's burger.
Y'all ever get so hungry you eat a breakfast that you know is horrible for you?
Yes.
Like, pretty much every day.
I try not to make it an everyday thing, but I do understand it.
Today I ate a cold leftover Big Mac I found in the work fridge that
Breakfast
I had.
of champions.
That was the mayonnaise was so cold.
I think leftover fried chicken is probably worse. It was like a breakfast
Leftover
item.
fried chicken doesn't have the crisp anymore usually, you know?
Yeah, it's weird and soft and
No one likes leftover fried chicken.
it's kind of gross, yeah.
All right, y'all, so let's try this again. Smoothly. We're putting it on. All right, y'all. So now we're going to hit send again. Hit the OK. Let's see how he does this time.
Whoops. Did you ixnay the perf cuts?
I thought I said it was a perf cut.
It doesn't sound like it's doing it.
doesn't
That's the
sound-
only reason why I ask. It sounds much
It
smoother.
did a solid cut. Did I accidentally click the solid cut? I guess I must have. Man, I'm doing great today, y'all. But it did cut it accurately this time. So I'm on.
Yeah, just roll with it. I mean, that looks like it's coming out fine.
Oh yeah, he came out beautifully. I want to do a perf cut, so we're going to do one more. We're going to do an angry bunny for Aaron. Let's see what we can find, y'all.
Sick. What does the internet have to offer us?
Angry Easter bunny. These are all.
Hey, that first one is the one that he wanted.
This one?
What?
This one right here?
Yes.
It's got this beautiful.
We can test out that watermark thing that you were talking about.
Yeah, that would. Doesn't really work on this situation, but
yeah,
we got Illustrator, so let's get our.
Oh, I'm gonna show everybody some. Hey, Adobe, sponsor us.
That happens.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I'm pulling him into Illustrator, and we're going to just do an image trace. We're going to do color. We're going to do. There's a lot of colors in here. Let's do 14.
Hey, you know, we're only like 110 hours away of being able to be like, hey, YouTube,
It
give us
left the
sponsors.
registration marks in. I mean, it left the watermark. So let's do a back.
The trace left the watermark? Well, I guess it did.
And it might.
I just feel like almost every single live stream that we do now, we're like, you should get Adobe.
For more of the advanced stuff, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're trying to just do like, you know, real basic things, you don't necessarily need it. I don't want to spend forever creating that file. I could do it, but I don't think folks want to watch me just Photoshop for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, probably not. Oh, look at that one. That's a
Which
oh
one?
wait, but it's white. Never mind. That's not going to be good for a light garment.
This one is all frumpy.
That's like a weird. That's like anxiety Easter bunny.
This one doesn't even look angry. This one has a shadow. That's weird.
Okay.
There's so many Easter ideas.
I'm sure there's another one at the top.
Oh, and I can always do settings. Search settings. No. I just wanted the large image. Tools. Size. Large.
Yes, that can narrow down your search
Let me get a little
quicker.
easier. Hey.
Oh my god. Is that a Hitler bunny?
Oh, that's kind of fun.
See, I was going to point that one out, but the thing is that it's like already white, so it kind of defeats
There's a lot to it too.
Yeah.
You know what, this one will be fun. Copy image. We will. Done. Get out here, Thumper. We got a new one. Okay, so here's something interesting. Every once in a while, Graphtec Studio Pro, when you pull in a PNG from online, we'll do a black outline in the where should be clear in the PNG. Usually that's some sort of issue with the import or the way the program's looking at, but it's the same process of making it transparent as if it looked white. So we're just going to click on and add. There we go. And then I'm going to go Effect, Outline, just like we have been doing. See, that cleans it up real nice.
Oh, wow, there we go, yeah.
Now we're going to do Contour Cut Mark. Oh, yeah, I clicked the wrong one last time. So we're going to do the perf cut this time, y'all.
Don't forget to put paper in your printer.
We're going to hit OK. And then we're going to add an additional straight cut. I want to do that under red. Hit OK. That should make it pop really, really easy out. Now we're going to go to Effects, Contour Cut Mark, like we have been doing, y'all. We're going to double check our size, see if we like it. I think that size sounds good. Now we're going to go File, Print. We're going to load our printer with paper.
We do have videos like this for the Cricut, yes?
Yes, there is videos on our YouTube page for Cricut and Cameo of doing this technique before.
Fantastic.
Now, those are not as powerful programs, so you might not be able to do as cool of stuff, but you can pretty much do exactly the same on those programs.
Yeah, I asked just because I'm getting not like a lot of questions about stuff like that, but the frequency is, you know, getting higher.
Yeah, if you want to find this technique for Cricut, it is on our YouTube. I think Lorraine hosted that video.
I think you are right.
It's probably labeled like print cut stickers or something like that with Cricut.
Yeah. Did we do
Where's
it
that
for a
other one?
holiday session type thing?
I think we did it for Christmas time.
Yes. Yes, yes. I think you're right.
So here is another cute bunny we created.
Wow, that color turned out great.
We want to stick them in.
It's kind of big, so I hope it cuts right.
I do too. He has a little weird thing on his top ear, like a little lump. If I was doing this where I was actually making this t-shirt, I'd probably throw him in Photoshop and erase that away. But today we will. So there's our bunny. We're going to hit send. We've already loaded them.
Would you be able to talk about the differences between like a Graphtec versus like a GCC cutter? Because I know I get questions about that.
So yeah, GCC cutters for a long time were pretty good, but the last few years they kind of haven't updated or upgraded. So the cutters kind of feel outdated compared to a lot of stuff nowadays available.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't have the eye, or they do, but they're kind of slow. A lot of GCC cutters, majority are stepper motors, which is the kind of motor you'll find in the craft cutters, like the Cameo and Cricut, but it's an outdated stepper motor. So now the Cameo and Cricuts technically have better stepper motors.
That's crazy.
Than you can find in a lot of the GCCs. We stopped carrying GCC about a year, maybe 2 years ago.
Right.
Just because they hadn't really brought anything new to the table compared to the other companies.
Interesting.
They're solid cutters. They're cheaper cutters. They're not as high quality as a Graphtec, and they're not nearly as fast as a Graphtec or as accurate as a Graphtec.
So essentially, it's almost like comparable to like a Cricut, but like
I would say like 3 years ago, it would have been your solution for an affordable, like very affordable, like $400, $600 range, 24-inch version of a Cricut.
right.
That used to be the solution.
Did the
of that.
GCC come with a cut program like the Graphtec
It came
does?
with a very basic cut program, but a lot of folks would use either FlexiSign, WinPC Sign, or SureCuts a lot with it.
Right. Okay.
That's done cutting. So, oh, look how easy he is to pop out. And this cut him 100% accurate, y'all.
Here we go.
The one thing is you just don't want to get too big. That's when the registration marks kind of wig out on you. And that perf cut just makes it so easy to pop out. Look at our bunnies, y'all.
That looks very good.
So let's press these guys.
Yeah.
Let's make it all over just shirt. I got a heat press over here. This is the now discontinued Galaxy press. I was going to grab our new PerfecPress 5-in-1. I mean our 16x20. That's very similar to this. I have a sore back and the warehouse guys were busy. So
Oh yeah,
grab this one.
FYI everybody, I guess this is a good time to say that we got a shipment in of a bunch of stuff. Does this mean that we're going to get red vinyl in stock again?
Oh yeah, so if there's anything that's been out of stock, expect by Monday a bunch of new stuff, or a bunch of things being back in stock. We got a massive new shipment in today, y'all.
Yeah, like I think like our silver, our hollow silver, that should be back in stock. Our red should be back in stock. Like I said, we got some baby suits.
Baby suits.
Baby suits.
Baby suits.
Are there any other fun things that we have coming
Oh, we got 14 new colors of 3D.
Hey, is this the shipment with the 14 new colors?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, exciting. I've been trying to tell people, well, not trying, I have been telling people about this for, I think, like 2 weeks now.
you know, it was a month late, but it's here, and I'm excited for it.
Me too. Yeah, I keep on, like last week I kept on telling people that if they just wait another week, they can come back in and they get a wide variety of puff vinyl.
A wide variety.
Oh yeah.
Can you grab me a silicone sheet? I think there's some in the closet.
Oh, there should be some right under you on the press.
Oh, you know what? You're 100% right.
Hey.
Yay! So again, y'all, this is a white garment transfer, so that means as soon as it pops, we're going to hot peel it immediately. So I got right here, I'm just going to grab him by the ears. We're going to peel it up. And I'm noticing this shirt is badly stained. Looks like food stains.
Where did you grab this shirt from?
Around.
Okay. I
didn't notice that before I pressed it, but it has a lot of stains on it. We're going to take a silicone sheet, put it over on top of it to seal it all up.
Great demo today. Great. It's going great.
It's going real good today, guys. Ooh, oops.
Whoops.
Yeah. All right. Ignore the stains that somehow are on this, but look how cute.
That looks great.
I don't know.
Whoa, no joke. Are you sure those are stains or are those just it's burnt?
No, they're food stains.
Oh.
That's not where it burns. Well, maybe it torched it. Let's do the back. If they pop out on the back, they'll tell us if it's if this fabric for some reason is burning. Now this you do run the risk of burn cotton with this with the white garment technique if you do it at full temperature, because cotton starts burning around 380, and this is at technically at 375 for 30 seconds. So it really is running the risk of burning. Oh, get this over here a little bit. So potentially.
Do you think you should use a silicone sheet while you're doing the first pressing?
I'm a parchment paper man. I'll die a parchment paper man.
Okay.
I'm going to put him here. I'm going to double up. Put
double Easter shirt. Triple Easter shirt, excuse me.
It's an Easter-tastic voyage. And we're going. Any comments or concerns or anything?
No, not anymore. Love the chat activity, though. I feel like it attracted more people.
Good. Good. There's some activities. You know, they say like, comment, and subscribe. So when this is later on YouTube, you should like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, you know, like right there. Ooh.
110 hours, y'all.
It's probably less now.
Yeah, just throw on these videos. So YouTube.
Yeah, I think this shirt had food stains on it.
Oh, so is the back like fine?
Yeah, the back's fine. It's not getting burnt.
Huh.
Huh. Might have been one of those great napkin style shirts, you know?
Sure.
So
Who
I
would be
did
the
both at
culprit
the
of
same
that?
time. And this is supposed to be peeled real hot. So I'm like wondering if this might get too cold on me.
While you're peeling it?
I'm running it hot. I got it. It'll be fine. Did want to stick on this ear, but I think we can get it.
Love that smell. Love it.
Oh, yeah. Look at them. They're cute.
Wow. That looks great.
We got Easter shirt for the kids. Awesome, y'all. Well, any questions about print cut with Graphtec? I'm willing to chillax for a second and have y'all ask anything, and I could do a quick demo. If not, tune in next week. We'll do something else fun. We got something in the works with some Tumblr lady. Yeah, Yeah, we got some things in the
Some
works.
Tumblr lady.
I'll explain later.
Are you okay? I mean, I kind of want you to elaborate, 'cause that sounds.
We've been talking to a potential maybe influencer or something. It's a nice lady who might come in, might do a demo.
Exciting.
Might do some collabs. I've been talking to folks.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
Um,
Get more of those hours, get some influencers.
you know, getting people down with the PP. PerfecPress. Let's call it down with the perfect.
Like and subscribe, everybody. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I did not mean to say that. So let me show y'all how I do an image. So I'm pulling up Adobe Photoshop. We're going to do one real quick here. It'll open my Photoshop. Come on. So I really liked this bunny, but I feel like we can make him a lot cooler. Yeah, we're going to make it 11 by 17. Hit OK. I'm going to take our little Easter Bunny guy. We're going to make him way bigger. It's easy to see. We're going to blow out that black. There's a few ways to do that. We can do the magic eraser tool, or we could do the quick magic wand tool. The magic wand tool, if we turn down the tolerance, probably is going to be the best. There's our Easter Bunny. I'm going to do an outline on him. Just kind of like before we did in Graphtec Studio Pro. And y'all, if you ever hear me call Graphtec Studio Pro Flexi, they're the same program. Graphtec Studio Pro is like a light version of FlexiSign, but they look and work identical.
Does WinPC work identical?
No, it does not.
Okay.
WinPC does not work identical. It's similar.
I haven't had a chance to even look at that program here ever, so I honestly don't really know that much about it.
Yeah, WinPC, it's cool. It's just it's kind of like the GCC situation. It's at this point a little bit outdated.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, what I'm doing now, I'm just taking a paintbrush and I'm just going to take this layer here, and I'm just doing a couple little tweaks on it.
I have another question about the Graphtec.
Yes.
So say someone has a Graphtec but they don't have the design program with it. Can you just go to the Graphtec website and re-download the driver that you need?
You can, but sometimes it requires the serial number or to register it.
Okay, so you just have to make sure that you have a registered Graphtec?
Yeah.
Okay.
And usually you can just
don't get no backdoor Graphtec.
Hey, yeah, you can usually email Graphtec and be like, hey, I need the serial or something. I have this serial number. I need the software, and they usually help you out.
Yeah, because I do get questions like that from people where they think that calling us gets them the program when it's actually probably easier to just call Graphtec with the serial number and get the program.
Yeah.
Because nowadays most programs don't come on discs anymore, and you can usually easily download them from the distributor directly.
Yes, exactly. Oh, weird. Why is my word tool being weird? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm making a design.
You typing something?
Yeah, it's really small, but it says it's Easter.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do one thing like that. We're going to add an arc
cute.
to it.
Aw.
Something like this.
You might need to make the whole thing a little smaller. Oh, no.
And then I'm going to do one of these numbers.
Photoshop and Illustrator can seem intimidating at first, but I promise you, if you just watch a couple tutorial videos, you'll definitely get it down. If you go to art school
for 6 years, you'll start to get the basic understanding of it. And
oh, come on.
How about look?
Yeah, that looks fine.
Or should I put it behind the ears?
No, leave it in front.
Yeah, you kind of can't.
Yeah, 'cause, yeah.
So, okay, so if you do something like this, we're going to File, Save As, a PNG. We're going to take our Easter Bunny. I'm going to call this Easter Bunny 3. Save it to our desktop so it's easy to find. Okay. Excuse me. Got the black lung pop.
What?
You never saw that movie?
What?
Zoolander?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm drag and dropping the Easter Bunny in. So we just created the PNG one. And because Photoshop saves as a proper PNG, it won't have the black background we saw earlier. Then because it's that, we don't have to do any bitmap, anything. We just have to go Effect, Contour, Cut Mark. We could do the outline like we did earlier if we really wanted to. But we kind of set one up in Photoshop already. But if you want to, it looks something like that. This, make it even bolder. Which I don't dislike that. I think that looks kind of cool. So let's go Effects, Contour, Cut. We have our straight contour, but again, let's try to do a perf contour. Hit the check mark, and let's also do a dotted one, and with the green check mark. And then I wanted to do back this one. All right, now we're going to Effect, Contour, Page Contour, Cut Mark. Oh, Effect, Contour, Cut Mark. There we go. We're going to hit OK on that. We're going to go File, Print. This is really close near the edge, though. Now I'm looking at it, so I'm going to hit Cancel.
Yeah.
Because again, y'all, you really want almost a full inch from the edge. That's when you start having issues, when it's not near the edge. So we're going to make this 9. Excuse me. And just to be fun, we can make it unproportional. We can stretch them out. That makes them look weird. Maybe not as stretched. There we go.
Okay.
And now we can File, Print. That should be plenty. Oh, it helps if I load it with paper. You know, this is just kind of a peek in how you can do like a real custom workflow with this kind of stuff. If I really wanted to, I could have gone into Photoshop. I could have manipulated all these eggs. I could have like drew on top of them, made my eggs my own thing, you know, kind of had a zigzag there. Could probably change some egg colors.
Yeah, or like add a gradient to some eggs or something.
Yeah, make it your own custom design. If a design, even if you find design and you take it online, look, he's followed by eggs of gold.
Are you just gonna make
He's
a
got
bunch
gold
of
eggs, Sarah.
Okay, okay.
Eggs of gold. So even if you wanted to do like a custom thing, like you found something and you were like, man, I really love that design. If you change it so it's 70% yours, that's now your design. Like, copyright stuff is kind of gray in that sense.
Yeah. Also, just definitely look into copyright laws in general. It's usually a good idea to do that if you're going to start designing your own work.
Yeah. So, with as much color changing, and you can do more with them too if you really wanted to. Like you can make his eyeballs all big and crazy. Like I can go in and go to liquify, and I can go and make his eyes all wild. Like it gives you a lot of possibilities, y'all. See how I can manipulate right there. See? So you can make it your own. You can also
Oh my God, you're making it look so goofy.
this tool where you can just grab things and stretch it. And I'm not saying this is what you should do, but if you want to make a design your own, this
I kind of looks like he's like in a throne of eggs.
Yeah, now it looks like he's like leaning back on him, like, yes.
My eggs.
Anyways, here's the one that's printed. Let's send it to cut. I'm just showing what you can do.
Shout out to that one viewer that's sticking around.
Is it Robert? Hi, Robert.
Yeah. Our biggest fan.
So again, you just put it in your vinyl cutter. You lock it down. You want to put the print head within the registration marks. Once it's there, you're going to hit send. Hit OK. Ooh. And read them. And it cuts it out. Any other questions or anything, y'all?
Wow, we bounced up in viewers for a second, but it looks like we have no questions.
Awesome. Well, y'all, that's done. You know, here's something you can do. Say it's right over here, and you go and double check it, and you like go to flick it, and it's not perfect, the nicest in the world. You can always go back and send it again if you really want to, or you can hit done, clear contour mark, clear contour cut. Go to effects, contour cut again, change it up to a different style. Effects, contour cut mark. If you didn't change your settings, all this will remain the same. Now I can send it again. So I can reload this media. And send it a second time to give it a separate cut. If I'm trying to, for some reason it just didn't cut the right way and it's not fully cut out, you can just send it again. Make sense, y'all? So it's not like if for some reason you send it in a way you don't like it, it's not ruined. You can kind of save it sometimes. And see, now I've oversent it, and it's probably going to tear it up a little bit.
Think it's going to get caught in the cutter?
Maybe not. I thought it was for a second, but looks fine. Now you should be able to flick it, and it should pop out pretty easily.
Man, you keep on trying to do that this whole video, and it's just like not doing it for you.
You know, Sarah, it's not as easy as it looks. I think the normal cut mode works the best, like we started with, but you know, there's options. Yeah. You want to play with those options, try them.
Yeah.
You might be pleasantly surprised. I just don't like any of these perfs I set up. Yeah. So this design's not great for it. But you get the point, y'all. Tune in next week.
Like and subscribe, everybody.
Thank you for watching. Next week we'll be talking more. Actually, comment what you want to see next week. Next week's video is kind of up in the air still. So
please, yes. And can it please be something other than print cuts, please?
We've done a lot of print cuts.
We have a lot of YouTube videos on that.
But now we have a very specific one about Graphtec. So
yes.
There you go.
We have it.
We do what you ask.
We have it for all the cutters. So let's get some fun suggestions.
Bye, y'all. See you next week.
Have a good weekend. Like and subscribe.
Oh, happy Easter, pagans. Yes. Yes. Am I still live?